My name is Jenny, and I am with the Creative Studio here in Tracy. And right now we are working out of home, and soon we're going to be bringing a studio to you. But we can also travel to your locations as well and let you host some parties. We love to do youth group organizations, nonprofits, and help you raise money to support your cause. A little bit about me. I've been here in Tracy for 20 years. I grew up in a small town, a little bit more northern in California, and I loved it. And then I left and I went to what is considered a large city in the Midwest. And then I came back. And so here I am. Hey, Sam, what's up? You gonna craft with me? You haven't crafted with me in a while. We got papers. We're going to make flowers. So what we're going to do today is, as spring is coming, we're going to get ready for all of our spring decor. And why not just make it yourself? We're going to use cutout flowers. These are going to become rolled flowers, which end up looking similar to this. And then we're also going to do stacked flowers that will come out more like this. Sam, these are going to look great in the grandbaby's room. I've seen her. She's adorable. So we're going to do a little bit different flower every day this week. We'll post either live or as the video. Well, we got to get you back into this, Sam. And at the end of the week, we're going to do a multimedia creation. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I know I'm going to use it on this. This is an old cabinet. I've kind of sanded it a little bit. And we're going to take it from there. So flowers and what? Flowers in a vase, flowers in a truck, flowers in a scene, paint a scene behind it. Hi, Carolyn. We can kind of do whatever. So we're just going to kind of play. But we got to build the flowers first because flowers are tedious. These were cut out by my cutting machine. Everything here was cut out by my cutting machine. I'll do hand cut flowers later this week. So I was just saying, I was talking to the screen before going live, thinking I was live for about 4 minutes. If you know me, you're not surprised, are you? I don't think you are. So let's go ahead and we'll show you another rolled flower. And I have my pin. You just take something narrow, any size that you want. The skinnier the better when you first start it. I'm going to put a little dab of glue here. You can use a hot glue gun. You can use your regular school glue, whatever you have handy. You use tape if you want to, or sticky dots. Whatever helps you be creative. That all is perfect. So, and then we're just going to roll. Rolling is not my best technique. And you don't even need to have something in there. You could just do it with yourself, like your fingers, not by yourselves. And just roll them. Gently grasp the petals so that you don't bend them or misshapen them too much. It's kind of glary with that light. I don't know if that's better or worse. And you just roll. And you roll. So what is everybody up to? Carolyn, is your senior excited about the talk about the possibility of us opening up again? We are looking forward to being able to host you at our studio one day soon. Once COVID kind of loosens up a little bit, we're going to be finding our location and branching out, going public. Kind of, yeah. She's probably kind of over it. It's like, nah, let me go. Let me just finish it out and be good. Okay, so I'm at the end. And I'm going to put a string of glue, really, along the bottom. Swirl it along the bottom there. You can pull the strings from your hot glue out later. That's fine. Let the flower open up a little bit. Oh, it is? I want to come watch her play. And then you have your flower rolled open, so it's open a little bit more. Now take that round part on the bottom and just press it and gently press. Let it sit for just a second. The perk about hot glue is that once you touch it, you're pretty much subtitles are in the way. There's subtitles. Renee is her husband. Renee is an awesome coach. I don't know about subtitles. Okay, so I'll lift up here. I thought I killed the sub. Is it like a banner? Let me see if I delete those. Are they gone? Yes, please. Okay, we're gonna see. We'll give it a second, but I'll hold my hands up here. So if the subtitles are still there, or is it subtitles of what I'm saying? That's weird. So this one is just kind of, it looks like that inside of an artichoke. I'm not the garden expert. I'm not the flower expert. That would be my daughter who is in horticulture. That would be that, not me. So this is done. I'm not going to curl back the leaves on this one because it is a stick up one. You can, on the edge of your rolls, if you have the other ones, just lightly roll them out with your pin, whatever makes you happy. Oh, sorry, I forgot I have to do it up here. And just open it up. Ew. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say, let alone see what I have to say. All right, I don't know how to change that. Let me finish this and then I'll look. This is my test run. This is my first time coming out live and using StreamYard. Shift up. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. I don't see anything that says I can get rid of subtitles. Maybe it's on Facebook. Because all I see is where it says my name on it. But I will fix that later. So we have lots of these. So we're just going to sit and roll. You know what? I'm going to put these ones off to the side. Let's do some folding ones. Folding ones. They're cut at different angles. You cut them out. You have your little circle and you have these little tabs. All you're going to do is put the tabs together, glue them, and put it to the side. It's pretty easy. It's harder to make sure the glue gun goes into the glue gun holder. Hold it, and then you're just going to find the next one of that petal. Same petal, different color. And it's just repetitive. And again, I'm doing these starting now for like the whole week, just because to do it the same time as you're doing the craft, that would be a really long live, and nobody wants to be able to have to spend that much time watching, especially if you don't have your materials. So all I'm using today is paper. This is cardstock. It's a little bit firm cardstock. I just bought it in the book over at Michael's and pulled it out. And you can do different shapes. Different shapes give you different flowers. I need to know if I can do. How did you get the beginning strip before you rolled it? This one, where it's already cut out like this. I used my machine. I have the cutting machines. I use those today, and then I also use the scraps. But you can. Here's a piece of paper. You can just take. Let's not make it so big. So you could just take your paper, cut into your square, and then just spiral it. And if you want to have, well, take off your corners first. Nobody needs corners in their flowers. Depending on what you want your petals to look like, just zigzag your paper or your scissors in your paper. And actually, I like doing it this way because I can stack, like if I plan it, I can stack a bunch of papers together and at least 2 or 3 and cut out the shapes at once. Versus the cutting machine only cuts 1 layer of paper at a time, even if I cut out a bunch. But I am all about inclusive and letting anybody be able to craft. So we're going to show you the different ways. So I just take my square paper and it is the same concept. Okay. Only these ones, it's just straight the paper. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to find your beginning where you start cutting out at your narrow part. One side of my pattern has is plain and the other has decor. So I'm actually going to roll it so the plain side is out. You'll see why in a second. And wherever your flat side is, you're going to use that as your base when you're doing these. And just roll with it. Let the paper just kind of go back on into itself, especially when you're doing freeform. You'll see when it comes back together, and I show you, that it just turns itself into a flower. Hopefully your grip is better than mine. I don't have a good gripping hand. Lost my nerves in my hand. All right. Did that answer your question, Sam? I miss doing this with people, like where we can talk and see each other, because that's a lot more fun. This is okay. I don't mind this. But I like it better when we can interact. So I might have to do, I'm going to be doing some classes in Zoom until we can go and be with you guys. We are hosting parties. You can ask for a creative party, which is where you and I will decide what kind of craft you want to create, and or a paint party where you can select one of our artists, and then it's here. Okay, and this is the freeform one. Again, you're going to let open up carefully to keep it flat. Sam, these are going to be great if you make anniversary gifts. Michelle would love these. And you're still just going to glue on the bottom and glue on the side. Yeah, I lost my nerves. Unfortunately, the use of my nerves due to an injury, a work injury. But that's life. We move forward and upward, right? We don't give up. So when I rolled it so that the paper was on the inside, it actually lets my pattern, I don't know with the light, you can tell this is a light paper. It lets my paper be on the inside of the, it's a little polka dot brown on white, so you probably can't see it. You can hire me to make her some flowers. I will do that. You know where my door is. You can always come knock. And so that's as simple as that. So you don't have to have the cutting machine. You don't have to have a template. You can just do it classic crafting style. But we do the paint parties. I'm getting ready to do a fun one with the seniors, where the senior class of each school is being invited to create a design, a craft or a paint night design, and then we will come and we'll host it with them so that all the seniors can come and hang out together, either on Zoom or in person. We're really hoping for an in-person one. We're hoping we get to Red, and then And the goal of that, we're going to be hosting two per school. One for the community that would like to adopt a senior. There is a Adopt a Senior Tracy 2021 Facebook page where anyone who is graduating the class of 21 can be quote unquote adopted by a local member of the community, open, enroll, and stick. And that person, when you adopt them, you're not feeding them, you're not doing all that. You're going to bestow gifts upon them to celebrate spring, to celebrate them, let them know that the community supports them and still loves them and knows and acknowledges that they're not getting all their normal senior stuff. So now let's stack some flowers because we have a couple together. But so we're going to host a party. We're going to do one that celebrates Tracy, where anybody in the community is welcome to buy a ticket, and we'll do the class with you. And you're going to crisscross your patterns when you put these flowers on for your petals. We're going to teach the class. When you purchase your ticket for us with these, you are actually not only purchasing a ticket for yourself to have a good time, but you're going to be helping pay for these seniors to have a good time. We really want this creative night for the senior class of 2021 not to have to pay. We don't want them to pay. We don't want their parents to pay. We would love to sponsor it for them at a great cost, and we're hoping to get the community involved in that. So if you know any creative high school seniors, have them reach out to us, because we've reached out to all the art teachers and asked them to put it out. And I don't know if the kids get the concept or not. Right, Carolyn? I'm super excited. Sam, I'll check that in a second. I'm super, super excited to bring it to them. And I think they'd have a good time. I really think they'd have a good time. And there's no judgment on what their creative aspect's going to be. It's really going to be about the chatter and the hanging out. And we do home parties. We'll do location parties. We're going to try to connect with our locations downtown and around town once we're in Red Tier, so we can use some of their outdoor patio sources and or their indoor sources, so we can bring the community together. And here at the Creative Studio, we are not going to turn you away. If you had hard knocks and you're down on your luck and you need a creative outlet, we're going to try to figure out a way to lower that cost for you. You can adopt a person and donate a kit to them, and or donate. The biggest thing we could do, honestly, is for those that can't craft because they can't afford it, is if you have crafting materials or you know somebody who does, like my friend Caroline, donate them to us. Donate them to us, because every item that you donate is going to go into a separate section. It will not be used for our kits that we sell. It will be for people that can't afford it, kids that can't afford it, adults that can't afford it, so that they can be creative too. So again, we're still just gluing the tabs and making stacks. It's not the most energetic, fun, inspiring aspect of the flowers, but they do come out really beautiful. I wonder if she did not, she took it. That Michaela. Okay. Let's see if I can get Michaela to bring out her flower. She did an amazing job on a flower today. Or last night. And it is huge. It's bigger than my head. And it's a half sunflower where then the other half is going to come out with butterflies. It's beautiful. Once you have this concept, you could do it on anything. It doesn't matter. Old books. I know I'm kind of repeating myself because I don't know what I said beforehand versus now. But you could do books, you could do posters, you could do photos, one-sided, two-sided, cardstock, cardboard, material. So Michaela made this one. I told you it was bigger than my head. It's gigantic. It used how many pieces of paper?
A lot.
A lot. She was saying she was getting about 2 petals a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. And this is all freehand cut. She traced a pattern and then cut it out. And it's all glued. And her base is just a piece of cardboard. Does not have to be fancy. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. And then she had to cut and roll 10 centimeters. Is that right, Michaela?
4.5 wide by
4.5 wide by the length of the paper. And she had to cut all those little slits in there and then roll that the same way as we're rolling everything else, but you don't let it go for that inside part. And then this part here, when she puts it up, is where like butterflies are going to come out from, like from the petals. So pretty creative. Oh, she's bringing us butterflies. So she's making like 3D butterflies, and we'll show this week as well. So there's just 2 pieces.
They're 2 separate butterflies.
Oh, they're 2 separate, so they don't go together, but they could.
I guess.
I like that. I kind of like that. That looks kind of cool. So we'll show you that her project this week as we go along, and she's finished with it. She's kind of particular about not showing off her stuff until she's done. But she's boring. So that's kind of it, you guys. We have a lot more flowers to roll. I'm just gonna roll them. And then tune in tomorrow. I gotta find the sweet spot of timing. I know a lot of people are just coming home from work, so I'll have these finished tomorrow, and then we're gonna start working on using fabric, your denim. You have an old t-shirt or an old work shirt, sweatshirt, jeans, any of that. Grab some of that and we can freehand some flowers tomorrow with those. And like I said, the end concept is going to be a multimedia design where it's going to have the flowers are going to be the 3D aspect of it. And then we're going to paint, decoupage. I don't know. We'll figure it out during the week. So let me know what you think, especially if you watch the replay. And I look forward to seeing you guys more often now that we're doing this. All right. Bye, guys.